Alright, let's talk about something that pops up every single winter. Don't go outside, you'll catch the flu. It's a phrase we've all heard, whether from our parents, grandparents, or even friends. The idea that stepping out into the cold without enough layers will somehow make you sick is practically a winter tradition in itself. I used to hear this all the time as a kid. My mom would bundle me up in so many layers I could barely move, and she'd always say, "If you don't wear your hat, you'll catch the flu." It was almost like a wintertime mantra, repeated every time the temperature dropped or the first snowflake fell. But is it actually true? Does cold weather really give you the flu? Or is that just an old myth that's been passed down through generations? Let's dig into the science and separate fact from fiction. First things first. The flu is caused by a virus, specifically the influenza virus, not by the temperature outside. The only way to get the flu is to come into contact with this virus. It doesn't matter if it's freezing cold, raining, or even sunny outside. The weather itself isn't what makes you sick. No matter how chilly it gets, you can't catch the flu just because you forgot your jacket or left your gloves at home. Shivering might make you uncomfortable, but it won't give you the flu. The virus has to actually enter your body for you to get sick. The flu virus usually gets into your body through your nose, mouth, or even your eyes. That's why you often hear doctors and health experts reminding you not to touch your face, especially during flu season. It's those tiny droplets from coughs and sneezes that carry the virus from person to person. So, why do so many people seem to get sick in the winter months? Well, the answer is a little more complicated than just blaming the cold. It actually has a lot to do with our behavior when the temperature drops. When it's cold outside, most of us naturally spend a lot more time indoors. We gather in cozy living rooms, crowded offices, and busy classrooms. We're closer together, sharing the same air, and that makes it much easier for viruses to spread. Think about crowded buses packed with commuters, classrooms full of students, or big family dinners where everyone is huddled together. All that close contact means the flu virus has plenty of opportunities to jump from one person to the next. All that close contact makes it super easy for the flu virus to spread from person to person. If someone sneezes or coughs, those tiny droplets can travel through the air and land on surfaces or even on you. But here's the twist. Cold air might play a small role, but not in the way most people think. It's not the cold itself that causes the flu, but it can help create conditions that make it easier for the virus to survive and spread. Some studies suggest that dry, cold air helps the flu virus survive longer outside the body. When the air is dry, those virus-filled droplets from a sneeze or cough can float around for longer, increasing the chances that someone else will breathe them in and get sick. Plus, breathing in cold, dry air can dry out the inside of your nose and throat. Normally, your nose has a protective lining that helps trap and block viruses. But when it's dry, that barrier isn't as strong. This makes it a little easier for viruses to get past your natural defenses and start an infection. But let's make one thing clear. The cold itself isn't the villain here. You're not going to get sick just because you forgot your hat, left your coat unzipped, or spent a few minutes outside in the snow. The real culprit is the flu virus, not the temperature. So if your mom tells you to zip up your coat or put on a hat, she's just trying to keep you warm and comfortable, not actually prevent the flu. You need to be exposed to the actual flu virus to get sick. The bottom line is, you can only catch the flu if you come into contact with the virus itself. That's why it's so important to pay attention to good hygiene and take steps to protect yourself, especially during flu season. So what can you do to stay healthy? Start by washing your hands regularly with soap and water, especially after being in public places or touching shared surfaces. Try to avoid touching your face, since that's one of the easiest ways for viruses to get into your body. And don't forget to get your flu shot every year. The flu vaccine is one of the best ways to protect yourself and those around you from getting seriously ill. It helps your body build up defenses against the most common strains of the virus. And if you're feeling sick, do everyone a favor, stay home and rest. Not only will you recover faster, but you'll also help prevent spreading the virus to others, especially those who might be more vulnerable, like young children or older adults. So next time someone says, "Bundle up or you'll catch the flu," you'll know the real science behind it. You can politely explain that while staying warm is important for comfort, it's not what keeps the flu away. It's all about avoiding the virus and practicing good hygiene. Cold weather doesn't actually cause the flu, but it does create the perfect environment for the virus to spread more easily. More time indoors, closer contact, and dry air all play a part in why flu season hits hardest in the winter. So stay warm, stay smart, and take care of your health, no matter the season. Remember, it's your habits, like washing hands, getting vaccinated, and staying home when you're sick, that make the biggest difference. Thanks for listening. If you learned something new today, hit that like button and subscribe for more health tips. And the next time you hear someone say the cold causes the flu, you'll be ready to set the record straight.